Bumblebee is directed by Travis Knight, and this movie serves as a spin-off of sorts of the beloved Autobot, and in this film, 18-year-old Charlie Watson receives her first car, a Volkswagen Beetle, unbeknownst to her that the true identity of this car is that of Bumblebee, an Autobot sent by Optimus Prime on a mission to Earth in order to save his people from extinction. In 2007, Michael Bay, as well as Paramount Pictures, released Transformers, a film that a lot of the world, including my 8-year-old self, really loved. And ever since then, the Transformers franchise has spawned 4 sequels and has made over $4 billion at the worldwide box office. But since that initial film, every subsequent sequel has managed to be worse than the last somehow. Whether it be because of the insufferable human characters, the horrendous attempts at dialogue, or the indistinguishable conglomeration of metal that was intended to be a fight sequence. But thankfully, with this film, Paramount has elected Kubo and the Two Strings director Travis Knight to helm this movie as opposed to Michael Bay, to really see if the problem lied within Michael Bay or if it was inherent to the Transformers brand. And as a surprise to no one, apparently you can make a good Transformers movie. No, I didn't love Bumblebee, but this is by far and away the best installment into this franchise. Oftentimes in previous films, the Transformers transformed in ways that just didn't make a lot of logical sense. There would be a car or a truck, and then there would be this random swirl of metal, and then ta-da, there's a transformer. But in this film, when Bumblebee transforms into a car, you can actually see which parts of his body belong to which areas of the car. And I think that that's an element that the filmmakers of this movie were obviously intending to kind of reference the original Transformers series as well as the movie. There are also a lot of sound effects in this film that are ripped straight out of the cartoon, including this noise. Now, one of the many issues that I had with the Michael Bay films, and this was a constant throughout all of the movies, was the human characters that those films included. And thankfully with this film, there is no Katie Yeager and there is no Sam Witwicky screaming for 2.5 hours. Instead, we are joined by Haley Steinfeld, who I thought was excellent in The Edge of 17. And the dynamic that she has in this film with Bumblebee, I thought was really sweet and a lot of fun. I also really enjoyed her interaction with her mother in this film. It offers a very emotional arc for her character. There are some other characters in this film that I probably could have done without, one of which being the character of the stepfather in this movie, who was really trying to be funny, but oftentimes I found him kind of grating. But I think that does bring me to my biggest issue that I have with Bumblebee, and that's the fact that this is the classic tale of a boy, or in this case, a girl with her dog's story. It's something that we've seen over the course of a lot of sci-fi films, including movies like E.T. as well as The Iron Giant. There are some elements in this film that I am willing to let slide, but then there are others that are literally ripped straight out of those other films. There are 2 in this film in particular that I thought were especially guilty of this. I do understand where a filmmaker would feel the urge to pay homage to those films or to even take inspiration from those movies because those are great films. But when a majority of your film is essentially a paint-by-numbers retelling of 2 vastly superior films, it makes your movie kind of worse off because of it. But I will still say that overall, I did enjoy Bumblebee. And although this film does bear a striking resemblance to some other movies, I do think that Bumblebee does serve as a nice benchmark for Transformers films to follow. It is my hope that Paramount Pictures will continue to hire other filmmakers to offer a new perspective on this series, and I hope that they will just disregard the other timeline entirely, because I do believe that audiences are capable of grasping this concept of having these new iterations of these characters, because look at James Bond, they've been doing that for over 50 years. So did you guys see Bumblebee? What did you think about it? Leave your thoughts and opinions down below, and as always guys, thank you so much for watching today. I hope you liked today's video, and if you did, you can click on the link down below and subscribe to my channel to see more movie reviews and movie related things. And guys, thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.